Her name flashes on my phone at 2:13 a.m., the hour where honesty bleeds through exhaustion, where guilt stumbles out of the dark thinking no one will notice. A single message: "We need to talk." I stare at it for a long time, long enough for the screen to dim, brighten again, then fade entirely. I let it sit there like a dying animal at my feet. No urgency, no fear, just a mild curiosity about what finally cracked her calm. It's raining outside, not the dramatic kind, just a soft percussion against the window, steady and indifferent. The sort of rain that feels like background noise to a truth already known. I don't answer. She sends another. "Why didn't you tell me you moved out? Why didn't you pay your half? Why are you doing this?" 3 questions, all wrong, none of them the ones she should be asking. I can almost hear her pacing the apartment, the one I walked out of without a word. I can picture her pulling at her hair, chewing the inside of her cheek the way she used to when she lied. It doesn't matter. She's miles away now, and I'm somewhere she never thought to look. I respond with a single line. "We're friends, remember?" A minute passes, then 2, then, is this because of her? Now we're finally circling the truth. The rain keeps tapping the glass like it's waiting for a confession I won't give. Not yet. Because she deserves to feel this moment, the confusion, the dread, the dawning horror, without my voice softening the edges. I let the silence sharpen. I let her imagination work against her. And as it does, I almost smile. Almost. The breakup was clean, or so she thought. Her voice had been soft, rehearsed. The kind of soft that only comes from someone who practiced in the mirror. We'll always be friends, though. Always. People like her love that word. It buys them innocence. I nodded, calm, composed, unaffected. "Absolutely," I replied. But I remember the flicker in her eyes. Relief, not sadness. She wasn't losing anything. She thought she was upgrading. A week later, her facade began cracking in small, harmless ways. Her roommate, Elena, kept glancing at me too long. Her phone lit up with messages she turned face down. Her smile faltered whenever I walked into a room, like she was holding a secret between her teeth. Tiny details, soft inconsistencies, punctures in the airtight story she'd built for herself. I wasn't looking for betrayal, but sometimes betrayal looks for you. The night I saw her phone light up with a message preview, "I miss you too," the puzzle pieces rearranged themselves. Not into a picture I wanted, but into the one I needed. She'd broken up with me long before the conversation. All I did was watch her words finally catch up to her actions. Still, suspicion isn't truth, and truth is something you earn, quietly. People talk when they think no one is listening. Phones light up when they think no one is looking, and guilt, a beautiful, predictable creature, moves in patterns. I started small, her calendar notifications, her sudden late shifts, Elena's changed perfume, their matching inside jokes, born too fast to be innocent. I collected details the way surgeons hold scalpels, steady, clean, without hesitation. No accusations, no dramatic scenes, just data. I watched her laugh too loud at nothing, saw Elena avoid my eyes entirely. Noticed the way they gave each other space that was too controlled, too rehearsed. Then came the receipts, the ride shares, the late-night delivery orders sent to our address when I wasn't home. Every discovery felt like another stitch unraveling in a fabric she swore was seamless. But even when the evidence piled high enough to bury the denial, I didn't confront her. I waited. I listened. I planned. Because betrayal is not something you confront. It's something you study until it confesses on its own. By the time she broke and ended things, smiling, relieved, promising friendship, I already knew the truth. She wasn't letting me go. She was making space for... The final confirmation didn't come from her. It came from Elena. Not through words, but through silence. One night while she slept, Elena left her phone on the kitchen counter. A message preview glowed in the dark, reflected in the stainless steel like a confession whispered through a mirror. I told him I wasn't ready yet. He believes me. Thank you for last night. No name, no context. But some truths don't need signatures. I screenshotted it, saved it, not as ammunition, just as a milestone. Proof that I hadn't imagined the decay. The next morning, I placed my keys on the table beside the screenshot, printed neatly. No note, no explanation, no emotion. She saw it. Her reaction split across her face in 3 movements. Shock first, then fear, then something close to devastation. Wait, please, this isn't... I watched her stumble through excuses she hadn't rehearsed, her voice cracking under her own weight. I didn't raise my voice, didn't accuse, didn't ask a single question. I just said, "We're friends, remember?" and walked out. Revenge didn't need fire, it needed absence. I moved out quietly, no argument, no warning. Friends don't pay rent. Friends don't fix cars, or offer shoulders, or stay loyal to the ones who carved them open. I left her with bills she couldn't cover alone, with repairs she never learned to handle, with emotions she once outsourced to me like unpaid labor. She called, she begged, she demanded explanations she hadn't earned. Then came the final blow. Elena answered my text first, not hers. A week later, Elena and I went out, not as a spectacle, not as revenge, just as 2 people finally tired of her lies. When she found out, she didn't scream, she didn't cry, she collapsed inward, silently. Because some betrayals shatter your world, but some truths rebuild it. Now, weeks later, her messages read like apologies written from a sinking ship.